how it's going to reflect on this one as well.
Yeah, so, and it's really interesting because, I mean, Kusi is a very expressive player with Ori, and Xaro a little bit more methodical, I feel like, with how he interacts with Arcane. I mean, and just like how the characters like play kind of lend themselves to that as well, but it's kind of interesting to see these, like, I don't want to call it slapdash because it's obviously very well planned out, but like it feels like Kusi really takes advantage of Ori's ability to hit you from like a million different angles. But like if one of those are even misplaced, Xaro's like, I'm gonna hit you with a down tilt and now you're gonna die.
And then from here we get to play like my wild ride game of like, it's a labyrinth, but every single turn in the labyrinth we get hit in the face with a pie. Ooh.
Yep. Great DI mix-up. Even better DI, though. Ooh, nice.
Kusi taking the first stock at 93% as Ori. Like, it's barely a lead.
Just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how many frames he needs to end the stock.
It's perfect, man. That's all you need to remember when it comes to Arcane down strong. Ooh, just barely. Oh, still alive. Looking to catch here and go for bubbles. Kusi just drifting barely out of range for the back air.
Oh man, hey man, sometimes it's all it takes.
Yeah, I just there on Drewsdale platform. I just wasn't ready for that to be like the trick that Xaro uses to win the stock. Kusi backing off.
Nice ambiguous CI there from Xaro. Avoids that second up air.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh. Only 39% this time. Kusi's slowly getting more momentum. But, like, I'm remembering the first set we had with Xaro on here, right? Where, like, he was losing, he was behind, and, like, he turned around, like, 2 entire stocks and, like, really made it a serious contest. So, can't count him out yet.
No. It's kind of a tough break for him, right? So when we had the last offline events, you know, was pretty consistently either challenging for grand finals or just outside of it between Cake and Penguin. And then we kind of thought that like when we switched to an online format, it would kind of favor Xaro a little bit more, and maybe this would be his chance to establish himself as like a new #1. And Penguin kind of saw to that, but you know, it's tough being in that bridesmaid position right now. And Kusi looking very strong in this game one. We may see Xaro with a very tough time reaching grands if he doesn't make it through this winter semis.
That pickup with the up strong after the sweet hit of dash attack to like catch that DI angle perfectly, that was really good. Kusi looks like he's on top of it. Looks like he's on the same momentum train that he had when he earlier beat Xaro during the online championship series. So let's see how it goes out. Game 2 on Forest Floor. Xaro's counter pick gonna have that shorter ceiling. Is it game 2? Okay. gonna have that shorter ceiling, so that Dow Strong is gonna be able to convert easier for kills for Arcane, as well as the up air and up strong. That being said, it still does have that wide amount of running space, as you pointed out earlier, Rosa, which is something that Kusi especially utilizes in his neutrals, especially the little bit of like the kiting to force whiffs over and over again.
What I was going to say is that it actually kind of benefits both of their combo games, because yes, Kusi gets a ton of follow-ups because he has basically free clear runway. He is ready to taxi and ready to take off. But at the same time, Xaro and Arcane's combo game in general can really benefit from having this extra little bit of ground space. So like having that there actually can really benefit both players. However, easy parry on that side B, and Kusi cleans up stock 1 pretty quickly. Uh-oh.
Kusi looking pretty confident. Oh, looking for the Orca Jump mix-up, but Kusi snipped it out, didn't even look for the puddle.
That's the thing with like where Kusi is positioned and how fast Ori is. Even if Xaro goes for the bubble, it's actually pretty easy for him to still follow behind and like really not give up advantage.
Yeah, like he'd still pick up like an up air hit or something, right? But Kusi chose to keep the pressure on that strong attack.
I was not ready for that.
Yeah. That's one way to punish putting a bubble when you're landing. It works. That's a really good read. I'm blown away. Full stock lead now.
Yeah, away from that up air too. That was big.
Still stays in it. Kusi looking for some sort of opening, doesn't get it. Xaro evens it up. I don't think he really takes much damage. Yeah, only 35%.
Big too. I mean, pretty much dead even now. Even if there is a slight lead for Kusi, I don't really think it makes that much of a difference. It's caught by a couple of back air hits too. Needs to find an opening. Gets one now, but can't really get too much off of it, it seems. Bubbles.
Oh, gets the punish on the spirit charge.
Wow.
At that point, that's just like reading the exact moment of the opponent, right? Like, just like, he's waited, now he's gonna go for it because I didn't do anything yet. And then parrying, right? That delayed parry. Doing the trick there. Xaro getting his own game on the board, 1-1 apiece. That was, like, especially that, like, for him, yeah, turnaround on the last stock, right? He got up to 35%, and then he just kind of figured out how he needs to keep his space away from Kusi, what to do when he was starting to get smothered, and, you know, not to give into any sort of panic, and find his way past it. So we're going to go to Rock Wall as our third game.
It's an interesting one. Obviously, a Kusi counterpick here, but this is also one where it's just like, oh man, Orcane killed it 45 on the stage, and none of us would be surprised.
I'm just terrified of Ori up air trains, like, across into the blast zone, right? Like, navigating that in one piece is so challenging here. Oh my god, and you said it, man!
So, like, that was wild, because, like, Xaro was looking to land that droplet on the corner and get those bubbles up, but then didn't get it and was just went, poor Chug.
Improvise. Oh my gosh. Kusi doing such a good job just keeping Xaro and hit stun in the corner. None of these are quite killing, but so long as Xaro can't make it back, it doesn't really matter. Next up air is going to do it.
Has to get that little air dodge out to smart positioning from Kusi. Wants to make sure that he gets the right hitbox on it.
Here we go, Kusi doing the same thing again, putting Xaro right in that left corner. Xaro fights his way out. Single jab check. Keeping to the center stage. Kusi's just trying to wait and see what he can get. He's getting picked up by droplets, but nothing too bigger, much bigger than that.
Oh, doesn't quite intercept the bubble bomb. However, nothing on the stage right now, and wow, that dash attack sweet spot into the up strong.
Again.
And my biggest point there is there wasn't a water droplet on the stage, so we could have seen a really long extended sequence there. But instead, Kusi got the hitbox he was looking for. Eesh. Not a lot that Ori can do there. And I know that didn't purple screen, but that's some like tacit inputs to survive there.
Yeah, that's one of those, like, you have to be SBIing in the right direction too.
Oh man, that F smash should have hit.
Xaro was ready for the DI for that first dash attack, survives that mix-up, but still at 117%. And that's gonna do it. Yeah, just the hacky sack into the forward strong. Kusi up 2-1. Xaro's counterpick, though, he could still bring this to a game 5.
Oh, yeah, easily. I mean, that's been kind of like the narrative of it so far. These two players have just gone back and forth the entire time.
Well, I mean, let's see what happens here. Game 4 is going to be on Swampy Estuary. Kusi starting off pretty aggressively.
Now, I mean, in my opinion, this feels like a better Orcane stage. What's your thoughts on that, G-Pick?
I I could kind of see, because like the blast zones are still like short enough that like Ori can do a lot of harassment off stage, and he can reach those really high up platforms with his up strong. So I can see Ori having some good tricks here too. But yeah, how do you feel? Like, what about it for Arcane? Do you feel?
It's really this positioning here on these side pieces, whether it's on the stage or on that side platform. A lot of characters will try to escape to one of those options, but the fact that Arcane can cover both of those so well, bubbles, up air, up strong, up B, up puddle, up B, like there's a lot of different ways that you can mix up timings and mix up recovers with, and it's something you see quite a bit from the Arcanes in general, but like, and then you have the fact that like you have the fair as well that like puts them on the different platform levels, so it's a lot of really good Arcane stuff on this stage.
I can really see it, especially that tall platform we just saw Xaro escape the dash attack to up strong by just teching on it instead.
Ooh, nice catch.
Ooh, good spacing by Kusi. Taking his first stock.
And that's just from taking notes, man. Like, to know that Xaro as a player is going to push a button there rather than parry in the corner and be ready for it with the S strong. Really smart stuff.
So, like, I like also like Kusi like kind of waited to the last moment to double jump, right? Because he wanted to see whether or not Xaro was going to do something that he could whiff punish to catch the landing immediately. Kusi just having to use so much of Ori's movement. It's up by the down throw. That's sick every single time he does it.
Yep.
Gets the full charge. Wasn't the team up version, so he's gonna need to put in a little bit more work to clean up this Arcane stock. Xaro finds a chance to put some damage on his board.
I was about to say, tough break on missing that F strong too. You're gonna take 60, right around the 60% mark for it.
Yeah. Good catch.
No mix-up needed there.
Yeah, I mean, Kusi, like, that's the second time Kusi's found his stock in that position, and I think it comes to that note-taking you were talking about earlier, too. It's just like, I know he wants to set up Puddle as soon as possible on the stage, and it's a way for him to also stall in the air. I can get him for that.
Back air, not ready for it, and we're going to game 5.
That move is so crazy if you're not prepared. Like, Ori just vanished the moment he got caught by it.
Yeah. And I mean, just DI'd all the way to Frozen Fortress, which will be our locale for Game 5, man. And this is our first Game 5 in top 8 too. And to have it come between these two players, nothing surprises me about that.
Oh, looking for a tech chase. Xaro manages to escape, starts his own pressure off stage. I like that Xaro used the back air to try to cover the platform instead of landing on it, because it gave him an opportunity to maybe come down on top of Kusi as well. But Kusi still managed to escape on top of that.
Nice roll to avoid the sign pop.
Looking for the DI in dash.
Yeah, really kind of, I think that might have been the first time we've seen him go for that this set, too. So, nice to keep that kind of tucked away in your back pocket.
Strong's gonna do it. They were only 1% apart. Wow. These guys are going really close this game. Woo! That's player knowledge! See the tech in place, assume the hitbox is coming, and pick up an up strong after the parry. Very nice stuff by Kusi.
And they're like, you want to push a button, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do there? If for the untrained eye, it looks like Xaro makes a critical mistake, puts himself off stage while Kusi's ready and waiting for it, and then just literally teleports to the side of the screen.
Woo! Okay, Xaro now with nearly a full stock. Kusi's gonna need to really make this work. No double jump. And here we go, that's the power of the puddle on this stage. It's so long that even Ori's gonna struggle to go from one side to the other if the puddle's, you know, properly spaced.
think this was Kusi's pick too.
Xaro's like, you see him catching on to the fact that like Kusi's trying to abuse how like attack happy he is, so now he's just like staggering his pressure, waiting for the parries. Kusi upstage, yeah, gonna be caught on his way down with that upstrong, just a pillar of death on his way back to the stage. So Xaro's gonna walk away, winning Game 5 onto Grand Finals to fight Cake Assault. Kusi,
onto Winners Finals.
Winners Finals, yes. With Kusi gonna go down to losers.
And that was a hell of a set.
Okay, so winner of Mentos and Sego, our next set, is going to be going up against Kusi.